Morgils Cartoon Company. Just for fun.
Bird brains.
Sidneys, routine, off the clock. Now Sidney Seagull was the smartest bird by far, on the beach. Unfortunately, he was born without a personality. Unless you consider being boring a personality trait. Every day, Sidney would do the same routine. Every day, Sidney would wake up at 5:57, eat 3 betel nuts he gathered the day before, then fly down to the pier to relieve himself and meet with his friends. Sidney has 3 friends. Life of the party Charlie, Captain Cluck, hatched at sea, and Spaz. Sidney spends most of the day watching others doing cool things. But he never joins in. Ever since he was a small chick, people told him smart birds are boring. Smart and boring. He believed them. Sidney always needed to have order in his life. Always a strict routine. One day, something horrifying happened to Sidney's well-planned existence. His alarm owl broke and stopped working. Sidney was stunned. His routine was ruined. How could he go on? Sidney's friends were worried about him when he didn't show up at the pier. They decided to check on him. He looked a little stressed. So they decided to take Sidney and his clock to Tick-Tock Island, also known as Cuckoo Island. Weird things can happen there, but it's the only place that repairs clocks. Hopefully they can help us get Sidney back on his routine. He's losing it. Well, they made it to Tick-Tock Island. So far so good. The clock master is there to welcome them.
Do you know what you have here? This is a Stubenloaz der Popen dan Minahausen, clock. There were only 2 mother. Each one had a treasure map hidden on the back of the clock face. This could be worth a lot of money. This could also be very dangerous if pirates found out about this clock. You need to order some parts to fix your clock. Why don't you leave it here, and come back in a couple days?
Sidney thought it would be better to keep the clock and come back in a couple days. Wow, a genuine Stubenroadster Minahausen clock. What a stroke of luck. But all Sidney can think of is, can it be fixed to get him back on his routine? Before they leave the island, the group talks Sidney into checking out the clock map. He just wants to go home, but finally gives in. It's clock map time, yahoo! This is exciting. Drum roll please. Sidney recognizes the island. It's Dundershort's Island. There is strange writing on the map. This is where having someone smart pays off. Sidney knows how to read it. This is a Stubenroadster Poopendunminna code. Everyone knows that, he thought. They're on their way to Dundershort's Island. Sidney just wants for this adventure to be over. But it might be just starting. Captain Cluck sees something in the distance. And it could be trouble. Oh no, this is what Captain Cluck was afraid of. It's the paper pirates. A semi-ruthless band of buccaneers and a semi-ruthless captain. Terence the Terrible McWinky.
Ahoy, we want the clock map. Throw it over to us, or we'll shoot our cannon again. Throw it over or else. Please.
Sidney decided they better toss over the clock map. He didn't want his friends to get hurt. If they fire the cannon, someone could get their eye poked out. His friends were more important than his routine. They gave the map to Captain Cluck to toss. As you may already know, the captain was a champion frisbee player in the Chicken Navy. Here goes the toss. Oh no, a gust of wind picked up the clock map. Well, this changes the story a bit. I thought it would go a different direction. Everyone loses. The paper pirates sail away sad, and Sidney loses his clock. But wait, the paper pirates were bested by Sidney's brain. He told Captain Cluck to toss the clock face map, so it hits the water. Sidney knows what the map code means. Now on to Dundershort's Island. The sign says, beware. But our crew is not sure what exactly to be aware of. They must push on. Sidney remembers one symbol on the map that is the key to the treasure. And that is what he is looking for. Sidney plots the course. Whatever it takes, that's Captain's motto. Charlie is enjoying the trip as usual, and Spaz just goes along with the others. Search goes on, Captain Cluck leading the way. That's what he likes to do, be the leader. Well, here we are at the top of the mountain. Sidney remembered mountains on the map, but he hoped to see the symbol he thought would be here. I failed, my friends, he said. I'm sorry. Let's rest a little, then start home. Sidney was feeling very low. Charlie tried cheering him up, but nothing worked. Spaz said, it's too sad here. I'm going down this path to Tinkle. Spaz has been gone a long time. It shouldn't take that long to Tinkle. They decide to go find him. We found him, Sidney shouted. I see why it was taking a little longer. Spaz, my friend, you found it, Sid exclaimed. That is what I was looking for. Spaz looks confused. Sidney remembered the symbol. A half moon. Once they tipped over the outhouse and moved the barrel, they could see a treasure chest. Let's get this chest opened, said Captain Cluck. They probably should have got Spaz out before tipping the outhouse. They got excited. Oh well. Alright, what are you landlubbers waiting for? Let's get this chest open, said the captain, clucking out orders. Dear Stubbenloadster Poopendanminnerhausen, clock customer. Here are your replacement parts for the 0900 Stubbenloadster Poopendanminnerhausen clock. Signed Harvey Poopen, president of the Stubbenloadster Poopendanminnerhausen company. Well, Sidney was ecstatic. The rest of the group, not so much. They were hoping for some real treasure, gold, silver, jewelry kind of stuff. As they started back down the mountain, the captain spies a cave opening he believes will take them to their boat. A shortcut down the mountain. What could go wrong, he thought. The exit from the cave seems to be blocked. Now what? Spaz seems to be freaking out a little because they're trapped in the cave. The captain says, bust the door down. Charlie just says, enjoy the moment. But Sid says, just try sliding it open. Well, they are out of the cave. But they are not sure what they're looking at. This can't be good, said the captain. Let's move forward. That's another Captain Cluck motto. You probably could use some background on the Clocktoonians. Seeing you're not from here, many years ago, a ship with a cargo of clocks was grounded on Dundershort's Island. That's one story I heard. The other is a salesman from Sleazeball Island tricked the islanders into buying the clocks as jewelry. The amazing thing is, they can't tell time.
Welcome, my friends. Sorry if we scared you with our guards. They are here to protect us from pirates. We are the Clocktonians of Dundershort's Island. I see you have a Stubbenloadster Poopendanminnerhausen clock. We used to have a Stubbenloadster Poopendanminnerhausen clock, but pirates stole it years ago. A very sad time.
Sidney felt sorry for the Clocktonians. He decided to give them his clock. They are way more into clocks than me, he thought.
What a nice thing to do. You have a beautiful personality. We have a present for you. It's a clock into workings. You can get a clock face anywhere. But just like living creatures, it's the inside that counts. They tell me you have no personality. Let our smart guy explain something to you all.
Hi there, I'm Professor Smart Dude. Roll away the stone, please. There are 4 main types of personalities. Sanguine, choleric, phlegmatic, and melancholic. Now Charlie is a sanguine. They're easygoing, fun to be with, but can be a little spacey. Captain Cluck is definitely a choleric. They need to be in charge, need to lead. Now Spaz is phlegmatic. They like to please, they don't like to make waves. They are very loyal. And last but not least, Sidney. You are melancholic. They are great organizers. Usually very smart, they keep things in order. Very good to have around. None of this personality stuff matters unless you have a good heart. And Sidney Seagull, you have a good heart. Having a warm, caring heart is the best personality trait of all. Have a nice trip home.
Oh boy, I wasn't planning to get educated. I hope he doesn't give us homework, I'm just the narrator. But I think Sidney needed that. Time to go home. Sidney feels like a new bird. He feels good about himself for the first time in his life. And his friends made him a new clock. He even plans to do some wild things, like setting his clock to 6 instead of 5:57. Go crazy, Sidney.